are rich bundles of human wisdom.
So, in other words, the complete opposite of how Hypatia understands. Paimon remembers her saying that the sages think dreams are foolish delusions, and the fact that no one dreams is a blessing from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. So it was all the real story is that the sages from the academia are using the Akasha to steal people's dreams for their...
Oh? By the sounds of it, you understand the current situation pretty well. So then, what about the samsara?
The beep is a prompt tone for Akasha operations. Those spaces kept disappearing before my eyes. But as soon as that beep sounded, those dreamscapes kept vanishing. But as soon as that beep sounded, the Grand Sage said, go celebrate. My mind feels... We've already experienced...
Correct. The Akasha is keeping each person's brain in a constant dream state, but also separating their consciousness from their own dream. Their disembodied consciousness is placed inside the collective dream of the Sub-Zero's festival along with everyone else's, while their now vacant dreams are harvested by the Akasha. No one is any the wiser as another day passes in the dream, and so begins people wake up to yet another dream about the Sub-Zero's festival. The dreams that belong to them are once again harvested by the Akasha, and so it continues.
So, this is like a dream factory, and the Akasha is...
Very good, Paimon. Using analogies well is an excellent habit to get into.
Okay, so that beep we keep hearing is actually from our real-life Akasha terminal.
All right, last question. Who am I?
They say that alchemical divination is the Dendro Archon's divine... Now that I think about it...
So you noticed. I thought that one would be the hardest question. That's why I put it last.
That wasn't hard at all. Even Paimon guessed it. Now that you mention it, Nahida, you've been hinting to us. It's funny. Thinking back to when we were asking all over the place for info about Lesser Lord Kusanali. Paimon didn't expect...
Yes, those can wait until we're back in real life. On the other hand, I'd be happy to answer any more questions You asked me this question before. My answer was, it would literally blow your mind. Now that you know this is all a dream, have you heard the saying, don't wake a sleepwalker? Likewise, if someone suddenly had told you all this instead of you learning it on your own, your notion of reality and dream would be thrown into irreversible confusion. I couldn't explain. That's why I could only give you very subtle hints and some suggestions. Long story short, I'm really sorry I had to keep you guessing. Firstly, this dream we're in is completely based on reality. People have already experienced this Sub-Zero's festival, so it would be very difficult for them to find anything that strikes them as surreal. Secondly, you're probably wondering why people don't have any memories from earlier samsara, right? That's because people don't remember their dreams most of the time anyway. And in any case, so whenever they wake up in this dream of the Sub-Zero's festival, they don't remember anything from their previous—
That reminds Paimon. Traveler had a dream when we were in the Avidia Forest, but couldn't see what—
Yes. Only after receiving the blessing of Dendro can a person gain the Dendro element's dream-enhancing power. That explains the feeling. Meanwhile, everyone else has no idea that they are in the Sub-Zero's festival Samsara, while their dreams are stolen from them over and over again.
Can humans really keep dreaming forever like this? Will it ever end? And if so, when?
You might say your mental fatigue has already answered this question. Eventually, there's only so much that people can tolerate. Especially those whose health is compromised to begin with, like Dunyarzad. This relentless exploitation takes an even harder toll on them.
People's lives are at stake here, and nobody knows a thing! We've got to put a stop to this!
I know, right? Why did they have to base this dream on my birthday? Could it really just be a coincidence?
Even you don't know the reason? Wow, now that's strange.
The Academia sages are determined to harvest lots of dreams in a short time, no matter the cost. They have to be up to no good. Unfortunately, I don't know anything about it. Traveler, do you have any information?
Okay, Nahida said the Akasha relies on the Those spaces remind me of dreams. Grand Sage said, go celebrate.
Celebrate the birth of that god? Could it mean... deceiving the people of Sumeru with no regard for their safety? No matter what they're trying to do, this is After we end the Sub-Zero's festival, Samsara, we have to look into them.
How can the sages of the Academia do this behind their Archon?
In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun is long gone.
A sun and a moon? Oh, we're out of time today!
I'll tell you how to break free of the Samsara tomorrow.
Good morning, Nahida. Wait. Now that Paimon remembers everything, should we instead say good morning, Lesser Lord Kusanali? Hey! What's wrong, Nahida? You don't look too good.
I'm afraid that what you're thinking right now is correct.
Did Dunyarzad already...
The real Dunyarzad's consciousness has indeed disappeared. It can no longer endure the constant dream harvesting.
Paimon can't believe it. Wait, so what about that other
She's actually something like a puppet. The real Dunyarzad's consciousness could no longer keep playing her role, so another Dunyarzad appeared to replace her in the dream. Just like the grass and the trees, that Dunyarzad is just...
But personality-wise, she's nothing like the real Dunyarzad.
Puppets are stiff and can't copy a living person's vitality. After all, they're just theirs. You know, speaking of which, the old Dunyarzad might not have been too different from a puppet.
Dunyarzad truly believed that she met you within her consciousness.
Yes. Back then, her family was overly protective of her. I just gave her a little wisdom so she could look at life in a new way. So that she could be her own person. But even so, she's still... far from it. I'm still a long way off from being a real Archon. I couldn't even save her. If I were a competent Archon, I wouldn't have let my most faithful follower die at the Sabzeruz festival with so many regrets.
Please don't beat yourself up over it, Nahida.
I'm not
Don't be like that, Nahida.
To prevent more tragedies like this.
Great, but how do we do it?
Although the Sabzeruz festival dream is under the Akasha's control, only humans can dream. Even the Akasha is unable to create them. That means this dream belongs to a host who created it.
Huh? So,
Well, if this is someone's dream, then which means, with the power of imagination,
imagination?
imagination means breaking through what you perceive as normal. Like when a server at a tavern brings a plate to you, However, if you're the dream's host and you become the dream will respond in kind. And the server... But right now, our host is unaware that this is a dream. No matter how many times, find some way to make that person realize that they're dreaming. Usually, once that...
How are we going to find them, though? If it could be... And even if we did find them, how are we supposed to make them realize they're After all, like you said, don't wake a sleepwalker.
It's extremely difficult, yes. But the only ones who can do it are you two. As for me, during this time, I'll be out of town.
Out of town? Are you going to that place?
Yes. I want to try something. Hurry and go. Dreams are supposed to be fantastical, romantic, and full of pleasant surprises.
Paimon, she was such a good person, with such a simple wish. But fate was against her. Yeah. Saving but we mustn't lose hope, Traveler. Dunyarzad would definitely want to see us save everyone else. Paimon's wondering, do you think the sages would get one of their own to be the host of this dream? Feels like it. Huh. That's true. Plus, so, who do you think the host of the dream is? Oh, that would make sense! Ferris, the Knight of... Let's go ask him some...
You're back. You left in a hurry last time. Is everything okay?
Everything's fine, just...
An experiment? That came...
Could you... make a wish?
You want me to make a wish?
Less questions, Marvel!
Okay, my wish. Okay.
Oh.
I noticed earlier that she looked a bit... She just doesn't seem like herself. I've also wondered if the reason she asked me to be Ferris Knight of...
So, you have...
Oh, is it that obvious? After what I just said, When she placed the hat of the Knight of Flowers onto my head, she said to me, what she didn't realize was that I'm not that interested in how everyone else feels. In that moment, I just wanted to be her Knight of Flowers for the rest of my life. Okay, yeah, that was a bit much. Felt like the right moment. Okay, I'm ready to make my wish. I would like Miss Dunyarzad to appear in front of me right now with a smile on her face. Here goes.
Please come true.
I'm gonna open my eyes. Oh!
What?
Farky? Sorry, but only one portion of Yelp. Nice try, you two. Anyway,
Guess he isn't the host of this dream after all. Should have expected it wouldn't be this easy. It seems like everyone who knows
My lady, step back.
That sounds like Dia! Oh, right. Huh? But Dia can handle them! Hey, Traveler!
Oh, it's you. Great timing. Please take... Hey, this is my job. The homie Yannis pay me, not you. You... Fine, all right. Knock yourself out. Why are you so worked up anyway? It's not like I don't trust your fight. Anyway, watch yourself.
So you got yourself some...
Gather new punches.
Here! Worthless! Here!
Traveler, were you just taking your anger out on those guys? You and Nahida both. Oh, and speaking, remember how during the first Sub-Zero's festival, before the she said it was because she had forgotten something. Okay, so Paimon's memory is working so far. Anyway, Paimon also remembers that she is staying yeah, even if it's only a tiny clue, it'll probably still help us more than this needle in a haystack. This is the place! It's rude to enter other people. Hey! The windows are unlocked! Okay. Paimon's gonna take a peek inside. This was only a temporary residence, so there was pretty much... Should we open it? Wow. Dunyarzad wrote, even though she was also busy preparing. She must have wanted to give this to if we hadn't found this book. But now that we know, we... Hey! Where are you off to? Dunyarzad's puppet. Traveler? You must be exhausted. Come to think of it, we've been stuck in this place for a really, really long time. Heck, even the last time we were chatting happily with Dunyarzad feels like an eternity ago. Paimon still remembers when we were sitting here, and the way her eyes sparkled.
There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living is not to...
That was what the real Dunyarzad said, wasn't it? Does that mean...
Yes, Traveler.
Oh, so she's still just a puppet. But just now, how come... What? Where are we going this time?
If you continue, the grand sa-
Oh. Traveler?
Traveler.
Traveler? What the heck are you... Wait, they're not reacting. Have they been scared stiff? Oh, of course. So they're just...
What is this? What happened to the Grand Sage and his entourage? Like I said,
Yes. The Greater Lord brought forth new bodies.
that beautiful shade of purple. Aren't these flowers real Patisara?
But didn't you just say all the real flowers went extinct after...
Yeah. What's huh? You guys are acting... Hey!
They disappeared! So Nilu's the host. Purple Padisaras don't exist in the real world anymore. But in Nilu's subconscious, it's just like the example Nahida told us. So when you saw the flowers, but if we want to end the samsara, we need the... How should we make Nilu...
Am I dreaming?
Huh?
So I'm right.
Wrong guess, but you aren't completely wrong either. As far as you know, people in Sumeru...
Yeah, but have you heard the tale of the first sage?
Ooh, sounds familiar.
Yep, but in the part you heard, he hadn't become the first sage yet. His piety and wisdom were acknowledged by the Dendro Archon, and she finally... All kinds of spectacular scenes appeared in front of the first sage, as if all the knowledge in the world was being painted onto a canvas right before him. He was captivated. After who knows how long, Afterward, he said to the Dendro Archon, "I miss my parents, my wife, and my children." The Dendro Archon smiled. The next second, his wife lying next to him said, "You're off to search." In the end, the first sage took care of many disasters in Sumeru City.
So, the first sage was dreaming?
Yes,
but his faith and determination.
Paimon understands where you're coming from now. That's a really interesting...
I see. Well, it just so happens that today's Sub-Zero's festival is almost over too. Since we're in a dream, let's make this final dance of Sub-Zero's as beautiful as we can. The wait is over, everyone. I dedicate this to our god, the Dance of Sub-Zeros.
I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Nilou's dance.